Okay, more reasons why I dislike Pokemon Violet and Scarlet. Okay, so one, lack of different clothes. So we see that the gym leaders get different clothing options, but the school people don't. Like Nemo and all. Penny does for some reason. Avery gets a jacket. Nemo doesn't for some reason. Um, Even the academy professor doesn't even get one. Like what? So like, I don't understand why there's such a lack of clothing design. And we see that even NPCs, there's some NPCs that don't. So like, there's stuff in the game, so how come we can't wear it? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you're saying that we can't use what Groosh is wearing or what Larry's wearing. Also, these quote unquote objectives like the victory road and whatnot that we have to complete anyways in order to do area 0 is not open world. Then if like there's something you still have to do at the end for in order to use your box legendary, so it makes it so that you technically can't do all your quests. It kind of negates the whole point of the open world quest. One thing that I'm not even gonna bother to like try to even clip in, because one, downloading all these clips, even my own clips, takes a lot of time and energy that I don't have, is that honestly really ticked me off. And this is a spoilers. When it comes to the Elite Four, they used recycled people. So they use a academy professor, which I guess technically is fine because you don't actually see the professor in action in fighting whatsoever. But they used a gym leader, the normal type gym leader, as one of the Elite Fours, which ticked me off because I'm like, you couldn't use anyone else. We really recycled the gym leader. It's not like this is like a previous game and we're like, oh, you rise up the rank like Koga. No, they used a previous person that we seen in the game as Elite Four. It's for what purpose then? Like, I just found that pretty lazy. Instead of using that as a slot for someone else, or showing that someone else grew instead, not some gym leader. And it was one of the lazy design characters too. Speaking of which, a lot of these gym leaders did not have any depth. Speaking of the gym leaders, I hated these stupid quote unquote gym test trials that they had, because they had the gym trials and the gym test, which felt like padding to me. They weren't fun at all. Maybe it's my old age, but it just felt tiresome, especially with how long the game felt already. It could be my sense of direction. I don't know. All of it just felt like a slog. It really dampened my gameplay. I think is it time to overpoint? It can't be that, because I enjoyed Legends Arceus. Like, I had fun with Pokemon Legends Arceus, so it couldn't be that the world was too big. It had to be that the game itself was just not that good, or maybe it's both. Maybe it's just I just did not like the characters enough. I didn't really care for the characters in Arceus, but I don't know. Maybe there's just something about this game that just felt completely boring, or completely just not in my zone. Because I honestly just did not even wanna. I didn't even want to finish the game, but like, considering how I spent a fortune on it, I was like, I have to keep going. Our problems, which just occurred, is crashing. Multiple common occurrence was the crashing. My game crashed 3 times while I streamed it. It just crashed right now when I tried to do a recording. I don't know how that happened, but my audio for all this that I just finished doing just crashed. So, you know, yeah, that definitely hindered my perception of this game. Definitely. Like, I already had a great image of it. Yeah, there's another 30 minutes down the drain of my life for this game. Yeah, yeah, I totally love this game. This game had so many performance issues, frame rate, lag, crashing. How did it have so many bugs and problems? And yeah, there could be glitches and whatnot. Like, every game has glitches and whatnot. But when it's so bad that it hinders your ability to, like, enjoy a game, that's a problem. Like, when I have to save scum to the point where I can't enjoy the game without worrying that, like, hey, I might have to play, like, sections of this again and again. That's a problem. Like, I have to be the gym, save. I have to grind the save. I have to do a raid, save. I have to save every 5 minutes just to make sure I don't lose any progress. That's a problem. That's not a problem I want to be feeling over a Pokemon game. That's something that only you should worry about when you're like, oh man, my battery's at 2%. I should probably save every minute, you know, just in case, because I don't have my charger and I still want to play, but I only got 2% battery. Yeah, so, what? No, there's no reason for that. So besides lag, characters. What characters? Besides the ones that are Avery, Penny, and Nemo. There wasn't any memorable ones. I mean, Larry. Yeah, okay. You know why I remember Larry? Because they used him more than once. What do I mean by that? And this ticked me off. I'll get back to Larry. So, there are many things that tick me off. And Larry's one of them. Why did Larry tick me off? Why did a normal person tick me off? Well, you see, the reason why Larry ticked me off is because the Elite Four. Why is the Elite Four such a problem? You see, the Elite Four is supposed to be iconic, memorable faces, right? Right? Yeah. You want to expect like having memorable faces, or at least people that you would only see the Elite Four, right? Or not just a gym leader, right? Well, you see, Larry's special, right? He's a gym leader and an Elite Four member, and I have a problem with that because you shouldn't be an Elite Four and a gym leader. And I'm putting my foot down. Now, I don't know if Kukui was one. Like, if he was like a trial and a Elite Four. But I'm going to give a pass for that because I can't remember. And two, because that was a whole different region with Lola and stuff. And they were experimenting. But this is a whole different thing because, like, they have this whole they have this whole, like, setup academy turd going on. So he's a whole... Larry is a gym leader. And he's also Elite Four member. And that takes me off because I'm like... There's so many things that could have been done. There could have been more iconic faces. There could have been someone who upgraded. But they decided to have someone we've seen before to do it. For what? What purpose? And they had an academy leader do that too. And it wasn't even one of the good looking ones. It was one of the basic ones to do it. There's another person who did the same thing, and instead of giving, like, the Elite Four is supposed to be memorable designs, they picked the worst looking people. there's an ugly looking Elite Four. And yeah, I know there's people who are simping over one of the girls. They're like, oh wow, I don't care. I don't care about that. This Elite Four was horrendous because one, they made you do this stupid license exam, which yeah, you could take it multiple times. But let's just say we were back in 1999, and you didn't have internet, and they said, oh, name one of the gym leaders you had the problem in which city they're from. And listen, I couldn't memorize any of the cities because this map was way too big and stuff. And it ticked me off because you actually had to memorize that. You could fail this exam. It was just annoying how many hoops and stuff you had to go through just for this game. Like, it wasn't fun at all. And then the Elite Four room itself was bland, and they like the final room was outside for La Primera, and she was technically the champion, but then you would have to fight Nima afterwards. So she's a champion low, but not the champion, and it was just horrible in my opinion. Like, it was worse. Like, people said Sword and Shield was bad, but this felt worse than Sword and Shield because it was supposed to be like this grand adventure, but it was just a grand letdown for me. Especially with all the hype that Year Soul called given, and it just wasn't that, because like this whole treasure that you're supposed to be working towards, it did not feel like a treasure. And these characters, like, I would say Hal and Hop are way better than what's her face Nemo. Even people say that they're not. With Hal, okay, is literally Hal and Nemo are the same person, literally. I don't know why you guys get upset with Hal when they're the same person, but Hop has an arc, so I don't know why people get so upset. Nemo is, if you get upset with Hal, then you should get upset with Nemo, because Nemo and Hal are literally the same people. So yeah. Yeah, I'm speechless because that's literally the game. And why get the game, JJ? Well, one, hype. Two, get the game now because if I play the game now, that's when the game's relevant, brings people to my stream. People would listen to what I gotta say now. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. No, and I'm not very professional, so yeah, I don't feel like doing all that super jump cutty stuff. Yeah, especially with all the stupid time we're wasted on this already. I gotta say, how they handle shinies was really bad in this game. I couldn't even tell when stuff was shiny. They didn't have no shiny sparkles. They didn't even have a shiny tingle or anything. I didn't find out it was a shiny until I accidentally got into battle. Like, I accidentally got into a battle. I was like, is that a shiny? And I didn't catch it. I was like, that's a shiny. So, like, yeah. The shinies were done horrible in this game, too. Honestly, I mean, not that you guys would, but I would rather steer clear of this game than to buy it. But I mean, people are gonna buy it because of the hype and stuff, and people are gonna like it regardless, even if there's frame rates, because this is meant for kids overall. But I mean, for adults, I would stay clear. Am I gonna keep playing this game? Probably. Because that's what my audience wants. And am I enjoying it? Absolutely not. But it is what it is. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to support the channel by leaving a comment or something. I know this video was awful, just like the game was. So yeah, that's all I have to say. This is JJ signing out. Bye bye.